Hi, Naomi Suzanne from Naomi's Home Health. Welcome. If you've just joined this group, I know a lot of people have just joined. I am Naomi Suzanne. I am the admin of this group, and it's absolutely lovely to have you here. So today, if you are watching and you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. If you just want to say hi, tell me where you're from. I love knowing where people are from. But this is a Q&A about natural healing, how to heal our body naturally. And this isn't just for people with thyroid issues, it's for people with all autoimmune disease, but anybody who wants to be healthy. We should all be living a healthy life. We shouldn't, hey Avini, we shouldn't just be trying to get healthy because we're sick. We should be preventing illness. This is the important thing. Prevention is better than cure. It's an old saying, but it's a great one. Oh, sorry, kicked the stand. So, if you have a question on natural healing, I'm not a doctor, so I don't want anything medical, no medication or anything like that. I don't want to give anybody the wrong advice, but I also want to avoid medications, or, I know you need it. But I want to, try and reduce stuff like that and helping us heal naturally, just getting more healthy at a cellular level. So if you have a question, I'm just going to wait for people to pop on, put a question in the comments. But in the meantime, I'd love you to go through some of the videos in the group. There's things on the liver. We should, I talk about the liver all the time. We should be focusing on healing our liver, because what people don't understand, it is our major detoxification organ. We've got, lymph nodes, we've got the kidneys. They are all super important at detoxing our body. Our skin is a massive detoxification pathway, our respiratory system, but it all passes in to our body and through our liver, and our liver works really hard to try and detox it out of our body. So it's trying to work out what to eliminate and what to use and absorb into the rest of our body. So when we are putting so many toxins through our body, so we're inhaling toxins, we might step outside and there's traffic, that's getting into our system. We might be putting perfume, deodorant, perfume on, doesn't matter if it's on your clothes, you're inhaling it, it's toxic. It is probably the most toxic thing that we use as women and some men on our bodies. We're spraying our deodorant under our armpits, which is where our lymph nodes are, and that's the detoxification pathway. So it's really important to focus on what we are using on our body, in our home, and around us all the time. Food is included in that. We have a lot of chemicals in our food. We have a lot of preservatives in our food. So if we can try and eat as clean as possible, that is going to help us with our liver, because we've got nutrients in our fruits and vegetables. They are going to help us heal our gut bacteria as well. It helps us remove a lot of bad bacteria. I know there's a big fruit sort of fear with a lot of people. Don't eat fruit, it's got too much sugar. Fruit is one of the most nutritious foods that you can eat, and it's anti-parasitic, antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, all those little, what are they called on the outside? I've lost it. Anyway, little microbiotics, or something it's called, on the outside of our fruit that gets into our digestive system and helps cleanse it out, helps cleanse our liver. So we should be adding fruit to our diet and not worrying about the sugar content. I know people who don't eat fruit but will eat a muesli bar. Very backwards. Muesli bars have a lot of nasty preservatives, sugars, fats, all those things. So fruit is very natural. It's a natural sugar, and we should be adding it to our diet. So if you have a question and you're popping on, put it in the comments. Say hello, let me know where you're from. I'm going to sit on here for a little while and just keep talking and hope that people come on and ask some questions. But I am going to do this on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So wherever you are in the world, if you look up Aussie time and convert it to your time zone, then you'll know what time it is. So you can catch the replay. So don't forget, put in hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know that you saw it later. I missed you if you didn't see it today. So yeah, so it's super important that we're focusing on that liver. Now, it all sounds very overwhelming to start removing foods and toxins and, maybe doing some meditation and reducing stress. But my advice to people is always just change one habit at a time. Don't go and try and do everything and remove all your foods that you're going to remove and remove everything. And it costs a fortune for a start. But it's so overwhelming and a lot of people end up quitting. So first things first, remove your perfume. And that is a massive trigger for a lot of women in particular, because our sense of smell is directly connected to our emotional center of our brain. So when we smell something, it evokes an emotion or a memory. So you might have got a perfume from your husband, a boyfriend, your mum, someone who's not around anymore, and that perfume reminds you of a nice time or a person, and so you hang on to that perfume for that reason. We have plenty of memories of these people. We have, beautiful memories. It doesn't have to be connected to something extremely toxic. And, as women, we usually spray it on our thyroid. So getting rid of our perfume, although probably very hard for some people, is super important. It has over 200 toxic chemicals in it. And it is going into our body, into our thyroid, into our respiratory system. We're placing it on our clothes, we're smelling it, we're inhaling it, we're putting it on our skin, it's going into our bloodstream, into our liver, it's affecting our gut microbiome, it's depleting our gut health, and it's overburdening our liver. So first things first, I don't care what you do, get rid of your perfume. Even if you keep it in the bathroom, I kept my favourite one. I got rid of all the other stuff, I didn't care, but my brother gave me this really lovely perfume. It's the only one I ever really loved, and I kept it. I didn't use it, and then I was like, why am I hanging on to this? So I did get rid of it because I've got so many memories of my brother, and he's still around, so I still see him, but I come up with a different scent. I use my essential oils, I make my own scents, I make my own perfumes, I make my own, whatever I'm feeling that day. If I'm feeling a little emotional, I'll pick an emotional blend. I might use some balance. I might use some elevation. I might use lavender, frankincense. Peppermint's always a favourite for me. It really gives me a boost. Wild orange and peppermint together. I use essential oils. It smells nice. And everybody always comments on me and my children. I've just got that unique smell. Everyone goes, I can smell you coming, or I can tell that was Jace's shirt sitting there, because they know how we smell, but it's always a good smell to people. They don't go, oh, but when you walk past someone and they've used too much cologne or too much perfume, and it really affects you. You walk into a department store with the perfume section and your eyes water, or you get a headache, or you start to sneeze, you just feel sick. That is from all the chemicals. That is your body saying, I don't like it. Get out of here. Perfume is not for me. That is a reaction that your body's giving you a warning signal. This is not good for me. So perfume is probably one of the worst things that you can have, and the hardest things to give up. I understand that, and it's up to you, but I am giving you information that is very important to your health and your healing. Drop in a comment what perfume you really don't want to get rid of, and support each other. We got this. It's just perfume. It's really expensive as well. It's expensive toxin on your body affecting your liver. Essential oils don't cost me half as much, and I use them for everything. I use them for my cleaning. I use them for my body products. I diffuse them in the house. I use them for my immune boosting. I use them instead of pharmaceuticals. Like I might use peppermint for my headache. Things like that. Respiratory. Lots of health areas that we can support with essential oils. Yeah, once I've introduced them to so many people, I've taught them how to use them, they don't really turn back. So, and you've got to use them. No point buying them and then not using them. So if you have a question, please pop them in the comments. I'm going to stay on here for another couple of minutes, but I will do this. I know it's only new, so maybe people haven't realised that I'm doing it. But I want to start doing it so you can ask questions, because it's so much easier than putting a post, waiting for someone to respond, and then I'm like madly responding to people. But what I will say is educate yourself, go through the posts and the videos and whatever in this group, just one by one. Watch a video, read the posts that I post, not necessarily posts that people in the group have posted. There are some you know, good questions, and then people have responded quite well, but sometimes you get opinions and they might not be the best for your health. But everyone has a different way of healing, and what's helped me might not have helped somebody else, and vice versa. So there, you know, there's great little answers in the comments on some of these posts that people in the group put, because lots of people in this group are experts as well, because they're going through it and they're learning about their body, and you know, they're using some things that I've never heard of. There's so much that you can learn, and it's great to learn off each other, great to share what's helping us, what didn't help us. So yeah, this is why I created the group, so we could all support each other. Yeah, so go through all the videos, the posts, and just watch one at a time. Don't have to go and watch them all, but maybe take some notes or something that resonates with you. Write it down, and use them. When a lot of people ask me about the activation that I use, which is one pill once a day. It's got in it turmeric, ashwagandha, green tea, bacopa, and milk thistle. Now, I took most of those ingredients separately, and they might have helped here and there, but this one pill has tiny amounts, and those tiny amounts seem to activate the cells in your body to create their own antioxidants. There is science behind that to say that it does do that, but I get a lot of people asking me about it, and then they want to know, but they don't want to do anything about it, and that's fine. But there are so many things that, you know, you can do. You've got to invest in your health. You're not going to get away with healing for free. And I know that triggers some people. They don't want to pay to heal. But I find I would rather buy some essential oils. I would rather purchase my activation and invest in my health than go back to my doctor, who makes me miserable and depressed because he can't. All he says is your blood's a level, you're fine, and you're feeling rubbish. Very unhelpful. So anyway, I'm going to end that here, but I will get back every Tuesday at 1 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time, and we'll do Q&A.